Hello everyone, my name is Trevor Bragg here to give you everything you need to know about living in Phoenix, and today we're doing a map tour of the city of Scottsdale. We're going to break down basically everything you need to know from the southern end all the way to the northern end, all the best things to do, kind of what the housing situation is there, and kind of what are they known for. So what's South Scottsdale known for, Central and North Scottsdale? I'm going to break all that down for you. If you didn't know, Scottsdale is easily the entertainment hub of the Phoenix area and of Arizona in general. People that live in Phoenix may be the better known city of Phoenix, mostly due to the size, and also that's where our main downtown hub is, that's where our airport is, that's where the majority of people living in Maricopa County live in Phoenix. But in all reality, everyone that lives in Phoenix, they go have their entertainment, they go to their shopping, their dining, they go to Scottsdale. Very rarely do you hear of people going to downtown Phoenix for a night out. In my opinion, it's almost always Scottsdale. My wife and I, we probably go to Scottsdale 10 times more than we do downtown Phoenix. The only reason we're going to downtown is if we're maybe going to a baseball game or something like that. Whereas if we're going out for a date night and wanting to try a new restaurant, it's pretty much always going to be Scottsdale. That's where everything is. Before we get started, this video is totally for people that are thinking of just visiting for the weekend and also for people living here full time. I do have this free neighborhoods guide to Scottsdale. So there's over 20 neighborhoods in Scottsdale. It's extremely confusing. You may not know which one is best for you, which one's more of the family lifestyle, which one's more of the retired, quieter lifestyle. It can get confusing and there are so many to choose from. I have it broken down. I have spreadsheets to just break it down into price, and then also a little write-up on every single community. If you want that, it's totally free. Just email me. My email is on the screen and I'll get that guide over to you so you can pick which community is best for you. Let's get into it. So if you didn't know, this is Scottsdale itself. That red outline, that's everything you need to know about kind of where it is. It obviously extends extremely large all the way up here, and it kind of keys over here as well. And honestly, some people would consider this Scottsdale and some people would consider it Phoenix, but in reality, this all general area, as you can see right here, people are easily considering Scottsdale. So let's start in the southern end. This is maybe the more well-known of them. Let's get out of that little search there so we could see better. This is South Scottsdale. Kind of this whole circle I'm doing right here would all be considered southern Scottsdale, with it all centering around Old Town Scottsdale. And this is really the icon of Scottsdale. I would say this is the entertainment hub of the Phoenix area. This is the best nightlife, the best restaurants, the best shopping. Everything is going to be right there. It is an old town, kind of a western vibe to it. And so there's some really cool shops and stuff to walk around there. All this street right here, there's tons of restaurants, tons of little shops. Really easy to spend a day there and have a ton of fun. That's where all the new restaurants, they're going to want to be in Old Town, and that's where the best nightlife is. Whiskey Row is kind of an iconic downtown bar right there. So that's where all the clubs, they've even got day clubs and everything like that are in Old Town. So if you're just coming in for a weekend and want to know, hey, where's the best entertainment? You want to be all in the nightlife, all in the best things to do, I'd be as close to Old Town as you can be, and literally right across the street, so right across from the canal right here, you can take a bridge, a few different spots you can actually, and you get to Fashion Square, which is by far the largest indoor mall anywhere in the Phoenix area. It is ginormous, 3 stories tall, with every single possible shopping thing you can think of. They've got the high-end luxury Gucci, Louis Vuitton stores, and they've also got all the basic stores as well, and tons of unique spots too. You could easily spend a whole day inside of Fashion Square, and all around here are some of the better known restaurants. Toca Madera is probably the best known. It's a Mexican place, but really unique, kind of a high-end restaurant that people love. You also have Scottsdale Stadium, which is a spring training field for the San Francisco Giants right down here. So, I mean, if you're wanting just for a weekend and everything to do, I would stay near Old Town, and you could easily spend a week there and get everything you need to do. If you're talking about live-in situations over here, really great condo living. The Optima is a famous one of the best condo lifestyles really in anywhere in Phoenix, and it's a huge sky-rise condo living right in the center of Old Town. And this is also this whole general area, a bunch of no HOA housing. So if you're looking to buy a place here, that's why this is popular for Airbnbs, because there's no HOA, no regulations. So if you're looking for an Airbnb as well, most likely those are going to be in South Scottsdale because there's very limited regulations that they can do. The only thing they can restrict is kind of the party ones that are really annoying to neighbors. If you're thinking of staying in a resort and spa type place, we have a ton of those all across Scottsdale. There's some better known ones really close by, like the Phoenician, like the JW Marriott Scottsdale, like the Omni. Places like that are really really popular resort. So there are some great resorts there, but honestly, some of the best known ones are a little bit more in Central and North Scottsdale. If we're talking golf courses, Phoenician is easily the most iconic down here if you're talking about golfing, but really Central Scottsdale probably has the more iconic golf courses. But if we're talking South Scottsdale, the Phoenician is going to be the best there. As we move up to North Scottsdale, you can kind of take Scottsdale Road, and as you go up, there are tons of restaurants. Fogo de Chao, iconic Brazilian steakhouse, tons of restaurants, tons of shopping, even as you drive along this road. If you want a good feel for Scottsdale, just take Scottsdale Road from the 101 all the way south or in reverse from the 202 up, and you will see everything about Scottsdale. You'll see golf courses, restaurants, all that good stuff, all the way up there. So Central Scottsdale, this is going to be kind of the more, I would say, luxury but still active side of Scottsdale. So there are some of the best golf courses in Camelback Golf Club, McCormick Ranch, Gainey Ranch, and even as we kind of go up here, this is still considered Central Scottsdale. You have TPC Scottsdale, which is where the iconic Waste Management Open is. And yes, I keep using the word iconic because there are so many well-known things in the Scottsdale area. TPC Scottsdale, where the huge Waste Management Open is, and also the Westin Kierland is a great golf course as well. So lots of great golfing over here. And again, kind of if you're talking about living situations, if you want to be near a golf course, you're coming in for a month and want to enjoy the golf and the sun, there are some great townhomes or single family homes as well in here. Same with purchasing. Some of the best golf course communities are going to be in Central Scottsdale. And the great thing about this compared to some of the other spots around Scottsdale is going to be how central you are. So McCormick Ranch, a very well-known community here, one of the larger master planned ones, obviously has a golf course around it, but I mean, you are a 10-minute drive to Fashion Square and 5 minutes to this huge entertainment center right here. So there is just so much to do in this Central Scottsdale area with some great lifestyle choices. And of course, you have the Salt River Fields, which is where the Diamondbacks, the home team, plays their spring training. The Rockies play there as well. Medieval Times is here. And really, the central spot is great for having children because of how much there is to do over here. So you have the Arizona Boardwalk, which is right up here, if you can see this well. The Arizona Boardwalk, I believe there are 10 different activities or entertainment sites at this place. If you go there, there's going to be something amazing for your kids. The Odyssey Aquarium being the largest and most iconic, but they also have a Ripley's, believe it or not. They have a Butterfly Wonderland. They have some dinosaur thing. There are tons of different attractions there. Easily could spend a really fun day at the Arizona Boardwalk. Right down the street from that is Talking Stick Resort, which is probably the highest end casino in the Phoenix area. High-end golf course there. And then also you have Top Golf, which overlooks Talking Stick Resort. So as you can see, this central spot right here, the entertainment hub of Central Scottsdale, so much to do. A little bit more family oriented, I'd say, than Old Town, just because of all the different things there are to do. Old Town is a little bit better known for being a busier nightlife during the day. Obviously, a great spot for families, but kind of more of a bar and club scene down at South Scottsdale. So where this part right here, a little bit more for the families and younger kids over here. Also, just because we're kind of on the topic, Paradise Valley is right here, and a lot of people get confused that Paradise Valley is a part of Scottsdale. Yes, they kind of go inside. They're right next to each other. They're known for their luxury and nice homes, but in reality, Paradise Valley is its own city, so not actually connected, but very similar. But if living situations, they are different cities. Paradise Valley is the most expensive city in the Phoenix area, and it's not that close even compared to Scottsdale. So extremely high-end, multi-million-dollar homes there. And that is mostly because we are right up against Camelback Mountain, which honestly this map doesn't show it too well. But the Camelback Mountain is right here, and that is our best known mountain. It is our highest peak in the Phoenix area. Great hiking, extremely difficult though. So it's probably going to take you about 2 hours to get to the top, 2 hours to get to the bottom, and it is not for the faint of heart. There are some difficult climbs up there. Not that you need any special gear. You just got to be in pretty good shape to make it all the way up. And don't do it in the middle of summer when it is 110 degrees out. That is when my wife at the ER will catch you in her hospital for heat exhaustion. So don't do that. A little bit more on Central Scottsdale, obviously known for all its great golfing, but they also have some excellent communities as you extend here. Some people will start to say this is North Scottsdale, which is confusing because somehow this right here in the Kierland area would be Central, and this over here may be considered North Scottsdale, which makes almost no sense to me because this is more south than Kierland. So over here, some really great residential neighborhoods, more of the suburban lifestyle. But if you go more east, you will find places like Oncala, which you'll find tons of custom homes and extremely high-end country clubs over there. More of the private golf courses where you're going to see over $50,000 initiation fees just to get a membership there. Scottsdale Ranch is a really well-known community. It's got its own lake right here inside the community, so if you want a waterfront property, that's going to be a great spot for you. Another great tourist spot is the Taliesin West, which is an iconic home, actually, which is built by Frank Lloyd Wright. It was his winter home, and it's very unique, so some unique build style there if you want to check that out. You're interested in some architecture, Frank Lloyd Wright is very well-known and iconic. Also built the Biltmore, which is right over here, actually popped up pretty easily. And some other things about Central Scottsdale. So you have Kierland and the Scottsdale Quarter. So Kierland, which is really they're the same thing. I mean, they just share a street to each other. They're almost identical. Kierland was original, Scottsdale Quarter a little bit newer, but in reality, they are a shopping and restaurant center. Some of the best shopping and restaurants you can find. Honestly, it's more of an outdoor mall, but it just feels extremely luxurious as you walk around there. So if you're in that Central, which we're creeping up to North Scottsdale area, this is a popular spot. Some really high-end restaurants. My wife and I love going there for a date night. They've also got a cool movie theater with the dine-in movies there. So really great time there. Could easily spend a night there for a date night. And also as you get up here, you start to see some of the best known resorts in the Phoenix area, with really the number one being the Fairmont Scottsdale Princess, probably the best known resort in all of Phoenix. It is a extremely high-end resort, and it is immaculate. I mean, the amount of pools they have, the high-end service that they give, and they also do huge events year-round. So Christmas at the Princess is an extremely popular event here where they have ice skating, and they'll have great things for the kids. Like they'll have Elsa show up, they'll have Santa, and it is extremely well done. When you think of Scottsdale and when you think of luxury and everything top of line, the Princess does that. So, and I am not paid by the Princess. I just know this well. I've been around the Princess, and you can just tell how well done it is. They're extremely high-end property. You also have the Westin Kierland, which is another high-end resort and spa with a great golf course attached to it. And also as you creep up here, not actually Scottsdale, but Desert Ridge is another really big shopping center over here. They also have High Street, which is a pretty unique spot. I don't think they're going to show me any cool photos of it, but it is a unique spot there where it's got basically a built-in downtown where you've got condos or offices above it, and then on the bottom row you have a bunch of shops and restaurants. So a pretty unique spot, actually. Nothing like it in the Phoenix area. And Desert Ridge, similar to Kierland, where you're going to see a bunch of shops and restaurants. Really, it's probably a spot if you're looking for a restaurant, wanting something specific. That's probably why you're going to Desert Ridge. Right up here also you have a high-end resort and spa at the JW Marriott at Desert Ridge. So that is all Central Scottsdale. As you can tell, there is a ton to do between Central and South Scottsdale. There is a ton. I missed out on plenty of big things, such as Westworld, where there's always huge events, like the Barrett-Jackson Car Show. There are tons of things to do in Central and South Scottsdale. Really, if you're in either one, at most you're going to be a 20-minute drive. So let's just say you're staying for a weekend or a month and you want to be close to everything to do. You could do Central Scottsdale or South Scottsdale and really be plenty close to everything. If you're talking about living situations, same thing. This is some of the most desired and most prized living situations are in Central and South Scottsdale because the amount of entertainment close by. South Scottsdale, the more busier side of things, you'll find more Airbnbs, no HOA, more of the condo living. You do have plenty of that in Central Scottsdale, but I would say it's a little bit more residential, where you see lots of townhomes for that golf course community, and then you'll also see acre custom homes more in Central Scottsdale, and you see a lot more of the suburbs in Central Scottsdale. Compared to South Scottsdale, it is no HOA, a little bit unique from things. You'll find some great suburbs in the central area. As we move to North Scottsdale, which again, it kind of the lines vary, but in general, it is as obviously up here is North Scottsdale, but you start to get anywhere above the 101, and then you can include some of these as well. In my opinion, some of these communities just like to claim North Scottsdale because it is the most prized living destination in the Scottsdale area. Yes, those other spots are amazing and highly desired, but that is mostly due to their location. When we're talking about actual homes and the type of home, the style of home you can get, the more north you go in Scottsdale, the higher end you'll find. The only exception to this really is the Paradise Valley area, which is the highest end community in all of Scottsdale, or really it is its own city. But as you go more north in Scottsdale, you will start to see these large acre plus lots, custom homes overlooking the city on a mountain, or you'll have 5+ acre lots. These are These are the most luxurious living options in the Scottsdale area. And maybe you're not looking for something like that. If you're looking for a suburb, the most luxurious Scottsdale suburbs are going to be in North Scottsdale. So some of the better ones are Greyhawk, is a large, iconic North Scottsdale neighborhood. Great golf course attached to it. The great thing about this one, and is nice for those that are maybe younger and still working, still have kids, and still want to be access to great schools, you are right next to the 101 right here, maybe a 3 to 5 minute drive. So that's a great access there for Greyhawk. As you go more north, you'll find Troon Village, Troon North, Estancia. All these great neighborhoods are up here as well. And these are some of the most highest end suburbs in the Phoenix area. They really don't even feel like suburbs because even places like Estancia, most homes are over half an acre. So it's not like you're lining the street with homes. You still have plenty of space, but you may find custom homes, or even there are some spec homes, but they are high end. They are what you're expecting in Scottsdale luxury. And as you go even more north, as you catch up all the way into Cave Creek, that's when you're really starting to feel the spread out vibe to Scottsdale. This is where you'll see tons of Sonoran Desert. A lot of these homes have easements attached to it, which is called the Natural Area Open Space, which is part of Scottsdale, and that is for these North Scottsdale areas to keep just their front yards, not their back, but their front yards the natural Sonoran Desert. So however they bought it, however it was originally before the home was built, they are required, if they have this easement attached to them, which most homes do, to keep the natural landscaping so that the community has the natural Sonoran landscape, and it is mostly to protect the wildlife and protect the landscaping of the entire North Scottsdale area, because that Sonoran Desert is beautiful when you have the beautiful orange and purple sunsets and you see the cactus and the desert feel. It really all comes together. So some people are confused, why is Scottsdale not super green? You know, there's all these high-end homes and yet they have gravel fronts and cactus and a little bit more of a boring look to it. It's because they are keeping it the natural desert look as they bought the home, and so that is why it is not lush like you may find in different spots, because they are expected to keep it that way. Up here also, if you're living in this area up in North Scottsdale, it's going to be more for the outdoor lifestyle. So similar to having to keep the natural landscaping, they also have tons of great outdoor things to do. They got great hikes, great trails that all are open to the Sonoran Desert, great for off-roading, great for going on walks. So a lot more calmer of a lifestyle the more north you go, because you are separated from the city. I mean, just look how far you are all the way down to the 101. You could be a 25-minute drive just to get to the next major freeway and still be considered Scottsdale. So it's going to be a more quieter lifestyle. It's going to be for those that are wanting that large custom home on a beautiful lot, beautiful landscape and view in your backyard, and want a quieter lifestyle. As you go more south and more central, that's when you're getting into a little bit busier. You'll find more traffic, but of course you're going to get the benefit of more things to do, more restaurants, all that great stuff. North Scottsdale is really known for their high-end golfing, where we're talking actual best and most exclusive courses in anywhere in Arizona. It's going to be in North Scottsdale. So places like Greyhawk, high-end golf course, Estancia is, True North, typically rated the #1 golf course in Scottsdale. And these places that I'm talking about, we're talking close to $100,000 initiation fee to become members. Some of these are public, some of them are private, some of them go back and forth where there is a private membership and you can also play public for a pretty hefty fee. Boulders as well is a pretty iconic golf course there, and also has a high-end resort. So if you're wanting that quieter resort lifestyle, just go out into some quiet open space, see some natural beautiful stars. That is another great benefit of North Scottsdale. You don't have a ton of street lights or bright lights. The stars out there better than just about anywhere in Phoenix because of how dim it is compared to when you get to South Scottsdale. All the lights are everywhere. You cannot see the stars at night very well. So just a little benefit to North Scottsdale. So North Scottsdale, not known for its entertainment, known for its luxurious living, its luxurious golf courses, and all the other areas, Central and South Scottsdale, have so many things to do. If you're thinking of visiting here, it is a great spot. If you're thinking of living here, there are so many amazing housing opportunities in Scottsdale. It is the most desired city in the Phoenix area for good reason, not just because it has so much to do, but also because it has the best neighborhood neighborhoods anywhere in Phoenix. It does come with a higher price, but that higher price tends to prove itself worth it because of the home style and the lifestyle that you can be getting in Scottsdale. Again, if you want that neighborhood guides to Scottsdale, you're thinking of moving here, thinking of living or switching from one neighborhood to another and don't know much, it can be confusing. That is totally free. Just reach out to me, my phone and email on the screen. I would be happy to get that to you. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you got a pretty good idea of the city of Scottsdale, help you understand maybe if you're just visiting for the weekend or thinking of living here. Both of those should hopefully get a lot of information from this video. So hopefully that helped you. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more videos about living in Phoenix.